again, driving for deals. What did we find now?
Well, this is really close. So, close to the house, about a 20-minute drive, and we're meeting a guy who has a couple of storage cabinets that we could still use some more storage cabinets. We don't know yet where we're going to put them. Maybe one in the second bedroom and maybe one out in the garage. We're not sure yet.
Hopefully this will be the perfect amount of storage and then we won't need anything else, right?
Yeah, I hope so. We don't have anything else planned.
All right, so we will go. Hopefully they're in as great of condition as he said. There are 2 storage cabinets for, he wanted $80, but he will take $70. So we'll let you know how they look.
Okay, what do we got here?
So we went and got 2 cabinets. They were in good condition. And we also got a rake from another person. You never know what you're going to get.
That's right.
Still waiting on someone else to get back to me about some outdoor furniture. But I think that's going to be just a big ghost situation.
Yeah, and it was nice. It was $350. It was like 7 pieces.
Oh, that's a different one.
Oh, a different one. But they're both good price.
There's another one for $300 with a fire pit.
Oh, man. And none of them are responding to us.
Well, the 7-piece one I haven't reached out to because you didn't pull the trigger on that one yet.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll pull the trigger. Remains to be seen. But here are the cabinets. Now, these are nothing special. They're not real wood. It's the fiber board with the wood.
Yeah, I wasn't finding anything.
Right.
And I'd like to get some stuff put away instead of having this big mess in the extra bedroom downstairs.
Yeah, so we got to cut these 2 cabinets. He was selling them for $40 a piece, and we offered him $70 for both, and he took it.
Yeah, really nice gentleman.
Super nice guy. He wanted to sell us a puppy.
Yeah, Brett is like, I'm getting a puppy, and the guy's supposed to get in touch with him. I'm like, what are you doing? We do not need a puppy.
But he had Shih Tzus, poodles, and what else?
I don't remember.
There was a third one, another little dog, but I wasn't interested in those. But I asked him if he knew anybody who had a King Charles. Give me a call.
And of course he knows somebody.
A Cavalier King Charles I'd like to get eventually.
So Brett may be living in this garage with his puppy very soon.
I don't think so. I think she'll come around.
He's delusional. So let's get back to the topic at hand.
Okay.
Besides meeting this nice gentleman, we also picked up this very sturdy rake.
So you wonder, what does a rake have to do with shelves? Not much. She was looking for shelving. I happen to be looking for cobalt tools because I'd like to have a match set. And I don't need everything, but this rake came up and it was paired with a weed eater. And so I asked the lady if she would split them and sell them separately. She said yes. And she said $20 on the rake. I said, I'm interested in the rake. How much? She said $20, question mark. Well, when she put the question mark, that means it's open-ended for debate. So I put, how about 10? And she took it.
Sold.
Sold.
And this is such a nice sturdy rake. I could have got a lot of use out of this at Shady Oaks Campground.
I know, we had a couple rakes, but they were bent and
This one,
a lot less sturdy than this.
this looks barely used.
And I looked this one up on Lowe's. It's $29 plus tax.
So
a $10 rake.
this is super nice.
Yeah, and we need a rake. We also need a shovel, but I haven't found one of those yet.
There's always something on the list, let me tell you. Seems
So,
like we'll never be finished.
We may not use this rake this year as winter's already starting to come in, but we will use it. So I'm trying to buy stuff at a good deal. It's okay if it's 6 months before I get to use it. I'll still use it at some point. So
now we're still on the lookout for some outdoor furniture.
I gave up looking for a 2-person hot tub because they were states away and they were thousands of dollars. I'm like, I ain't paying that much. I should have kept the one we had at the campground. We had a 1-person hot tub, and I can't find those anywhere.
I certainly tried to keep it.
But Yeah, we should have kept that one.
Lessons learned.
If
Listen
we had
to your
known,
wife more.
if we had known that we were going to move into a property so soon, we would have just stored all that stuff. We would have kept a lot of it.
So the lesson here was what?
Listen to your wife or buy a storage unit.
Listen to your wife more.
Okay, I thought it
Because
was.
your wife did tell you to get a storage unit.
Oh, you just gonna throw that in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho, thank you guys for joining us on today's episode of Driving for Deals.
Maybe somebody wants to help us move these in the house.
Hey, they're not heavy at least. That's another good
Yeah.
part of them not being
Real
the
wood.
beautiful real wood is they're a lot lighter.
We'll put one in the front bedroom. We're not sure yet what we're doing with the other one. We'll look around the house again, but it might end up in over here or it might end up in the garage. But we'll use it. We got plenty of stuff to put away, don't we?
There's always stuff to put somewhere.
All right. See what kind of deals we can find here.
You know, I still need for the bedroom like a little storage cube and a coat rack.
Oh,
And then there's a couple of kitchen items I still need.
okay.
I know it sounds like I'm whispering. I gotta remember those mics.
Yeah, the store is kind of quiet, so.
I mean, they have a few cabinets, but we don't need those anymore.
No.
They have a lot of clothes here. Look at all that clothes.
Yeah.
Mostly that's what this whole store is.
Yeah, the store's pretty small compared
is.
to others I've seen.
I want to say in all the Goodwills I've been in, this one has the least of all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's mostly clothes.
Yeah, it's like 95% clothes. And you got a little bit of shoes, you got 2 rows of shoes, and then the miscellaneous stuff here in the middle. And then looks like you got 3 more aisles of miscellaneous stuff.
It's not a bad price for a china cabinet though. $30.
Yeah.
There's a big shelf. Do you need a big shelf?
Not really. Shelves don't fit on the logs very well. Logs are round.
You need a round shelf?
I mean, you can put a shelf on them, but they don't. It's not very good.
We'll start over here on this end.
Yeah. Looks like a lot of picture frames and books.
Yeah. These are pretty neat. There's a whole bunch of dog stuff.
Oh,
Those are really cute.
yeah. And then you could write the dog's name and the dog.
Yeah, nice little
Yeah.
Christmas gifts. We have a lot of movies. Look, they've even got vinyl.
Yeah.
I found some wisdom for the day.
Yes, dear.
Just remember this. We might need to buy this so you can remember it always.
Yes, dear.
You're learning fast.
Yes,
That's
dear.
great. That's great. And for $4, you could have this wisdom in your home all the time. Stay groovy.
When I first saw this sign, I thought it said Memphis.
Yeah, if you look at
But
it real
it's-
quick.
Yeah, it's memories. But yeah, I was like, Memphis?
Do this.
Yeah.
Lots of cute little signs. However, I don't need any signs. Unless I find a huge cross that I can hang outside.
Yeah, like
I
an
could use
outdoor.
that.
You never know what you're going to find.
That's true.
There's a small cross. Ooh, it's heavy.
That's cute.
It's heavier than I thought. I went to pick it up.
Doggy puzzle. Definitely have a lot of signs. A lot of love signs.
Yeah.
Do you think their love went bad and they donated it to the thrift store?
It's possible.
I think that's what must have happened. Oh, look. They're the wrong kind.
Ah, globes.
They're the wrong kind.
We do need globes, but
It's too bad because they have so many of these ones.
I think these are too narrow.
And they're not at all what I want. I want like long, clear ones.
Right.
You've got a nice Instapot, but I already have one.
But they do have them, and they're only $2 a piece. They cost about 10 bucks in the box stores, Lowe's
Yeah.
and Home Depot and that.
They definitely do. Ooh, look, you could get another fan.
It runs on a USB.
You can never have too many fans. I try to think of all the little things I need. A banana tree.
I think this is kind of high for a Goodwill store.
That's not the Goodwill price.
Oh,
This is the Goodwill price.
yeah, that's more like it. Okay, there we go.
That was either Home Depot or Lowe's.
That looks like a Lowe's sticker.
Oh, they got lots of Halloween and the Christmas. A sleep therapy pillow. Maybe that's what I need.
You think so?
I need something to get some sleep. You see anything good in this junk pile?
Not really.
Oh, look, some Star Wars.
There's some big numbers.
$2.
Need some numbers?
Number 1.
Oh, 2.
Oh,
And we got
look.
number 3, and that's it.
$2. What? His head's so big he can't even stay up. I hate when that happens. You could have all the Star Wars.
Oh my goodness.
Come on. He's even got a lightsaber. And the ultimate Star Wars trash can.
That's where you can put all these, right?
I can't believe you said that. That's terrible. I'm trying to think what all I need here. Apparently it's not Star Wars toys, according
No.
to Brett.
No. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be
Not a lot of
not
rhyme and
organized. Well, that one Goodwill store in Ocala, Florida was huge.
reason. Yeah. There's some nice ones in Ohio that I've gone to.
But for the size of this town, I thought this one would be bigger.
I know, I've been waiting to come here and I'm
And as soon as
A
we walked
little-
in the door, we're like, oh man, this
a
is
little
small.
disappointed.
It's a pretty small one.
Let's see. You sure you don't need any Christmas stuff? I don't see any
No.
elf outfits.
We're not even going to be here for Christmas, right?
I know, but I need an elf outfit. Bells are ringing. I love you no matter what. That's your Christmas words of wisdom.
I did find a few good deals here. Got some Duluth Trading Company shirts. They're in really good shape, and $5.29. That's a good deal for some Duluth shirts. They're all $5.29. I like this one. But
So we finally got to the Goodwill in Tullahoma, and what a disappointment it was. I've been wanting to come here the whole time. We've been driving past it, and it's mostly just clothes. I didn't find anything that I needed.
now I saw you saw at University of Tennessee some scrubs.
Yeah, there were some Tennessee scrubs, and I think scrubs are so comfortable. When I used to do landscaping, that's what I wore, was scrub pants, because they were nice and cool and comfortable. But I think I'd look a little weird walking around in them now.
Yeah, I think it's a little. I wasn't expecting to see that.
So we'll have to find some other thrift stores here in Tullahoma, but Goodwill was a disappointment.
It's a small one too. I was surprised when I walked in how small it was.
I've been in some small ones in Ohio, but the small one in Ohio had a lot of other stuff as well as clothes.
Gotcha. Okay, here's another project we did. I can't remember if I videoed this or not, so we're going to go ahead and run through it one more time. So what I did, these are open aluminum louvers that you can open by hand. But what we did, because we're not going to be here for a lot of the winter, we want to make sure all the piping and plumbing is underneath the cabin in the crawl space. So we wanted to insulate this. So we just got some, I call it blue board, but it's compressed foam board, I guess. And I think I went with the 1-inch foam board or 3/4 inch. Didn't have to be real thick. And then just had to cut these to cover the holes. And then I tried to paint them brown. The green is bleeding through, but tried to paint them brown just to kind of blend in with the rock so they didn't just pop. So there's a few of these around the base. So I did those to winterize the lines. And another thing I'm going to do today is crawl underneath the house and turn those valves off and open out the outside spigots so the water can't freeze that way. So there's a bunch of them. Back here behind this azalea bush, there's like 4 of them. So there's one here. I'm not going to climb back there, but there's one here. And there's 2 on the other side there. Hold on here. We'll walk around here. You can see all the leaves are about gone. Time for old Jack Frost. So here's another one. Here's another one. This has the dryer vent. In fact, we're running the dryer right now. So you can definitely see that that's working. And then there's another one here. And then underneath here, there's 2 more in there. I didn't paint these. So you can see little green blocks. There's one there and there's one on the other side. So those are blocked. And that's it. That's my winterization. Okay, I'm getting ready to show you what I did. Remember those T-valves I put in on those 2 outside spigot lines? We're going to go ahead and turn those off for the season. Get them winterized. Excuse me. Tight quarters, so there's a pull panel right here so that you can get under here. And it's kind of dark under here, but I think where I have to go I'll be able to see okay. If not, I'll turn the camera on and come back at you. Okay, you just turn them off like that. And then I'll open the outside spigots. It's not fun coming under here. It's a very low crawl space. Hey guys, so we're starting to pack for our trip. So I brought the RV out. We got the refrigerator's cooling off now. It takes a little longer to cool off with electric than it does with the propane, but this doesn't have a propane refrigerator. It's strictly electric. But it's set up for that. So we do have it plugged in. We're still plugged into shore power, they call it. So this should cool off pretty quick. We're starting to make the bed. We got the slide out open so we can do the bed. And then we'll bring it back in and finish loading. And I need to set the hitch back up. That's what I was going to do right here. This is the Blue Ox hitch for towing the Jeep. I need to set this back in there. I can take the cover off because we're underneath a cover, so I'll just leave it open. That way we can hook up tomorrow a little quicker. So this is, you've probably seen me use this before. It's in drive mode or store mode right now. You lift it up and these will flip open. And then I got the pins and you hook them onto the Jeep. And then a couple things you have to do in the Jeep to get it ready. And that's it really. Now this is an extension I put in here because we had our bike racks in here. So I did give some thought to taking this extension out and just putting this into the motorhome and getting rid of the extension. I may do that. I just have to give some more thought to that to see if this is going to have enough clearance for us to make our turns and whatnot, and I think it will. I don't know. I might take this piece out because we're not going to be using it. Good morning, guys. I just wanted to do a short clip here. We got the e-bikes folded up and put into the Jeep and just wanted to kind of show how that went. They're in there. It looks like we have a little more space than what I had thought. So we have space in here, and this could be lifted up, and you got space behind there. So what I did is I spun the wheels and put them in first because this space has it's narrow right here because of the speaker and this framing here. So if you put the wheels in first, that's the fattest part of the bike, and it opens up in the back, and then it gives you a little more space here at the tailgate. And that's what we want, access to put some small things in there if we need to. So anyway, I'd call that a success. And then I just used the moving blankets to keep things from getting scratched up. I put one over this one, and that way if this one falls over onto it, it's not going to scratch it up. But I'm sure we'll be putting stuff in there to pad it so there's not a lot of movement. But they're pretty firm. I mean, I don't think they're going to go anywhere easily. So pretty happy with that. So far so good. On to the next thing. Getting ready to do some loading up. And I got my handy dandy sweat towel because I do sweat a lot. I like to rub my head off. But it's humid today. It's not hot. It's probably 70 or so, but it's sticky. It's very wet. And we have been getting some rain lately, so humidity is up. So we're going to go ahead and load a few things here. These chairs, camping chairs, are normally something that we would just keep in the camper, but these are what we've been doing to do our lives from too. So we don't have any like good chairs for doing our lives from. We just have the couches. So yeah, so we got to load these up. There's a lot of things we use in both places, so you have to take them back and forth. But it's a lot less than what it used to be. There used to be a lot of things we had to take back and forth, and now it's most of the dishware we have enough to stay in here. We're going to use the plastic stuff in here. The glassware will stay in the house. We now have 2 coffee pots, so one will go with us and the other one will stay in the house. So we don't have to load everything, but a lot of the clothes are going to go over here. We do have the washer and the dryer we're going to take with us because we're going to be gone for a little while. And even though it's a little cumbersome to load these up, they're not ridiculous, and we bought them to use them, so there's no sense in buying them if you're just going to leave them here. So they're going to go with us. The e-bikes are loaded up in the back of the Jeep, and it pretty much takes the whole Jeep. You can get some small stuff in there, but you won't be able to get these units in there. So we're going to load up and see how it goes.